you have to be aware about that when we pay a consultant for fee for service outside, we must always hold back 15%. So as long as your withholding tax is, you have an agreement with them, and you are withholding 15%, and when they file tax as non-resident, that is in order.
Okay. So someone said, can you have shareholders residents in another country?
Yes, you can have shareholders resident in another country. As I told you, they have to be minority. You have to minority. You have to be like it should be more than 51%, and they can the rest of them. I do, for example, myself. I do have some companies with people in Kenya, but they have to be like what I do. I just make 65-35. Okay. I do have other clients too who have shareholders who are in Pakistan, who are in Turkey.
Okay. So I think just to make it clear, it's always good to incorporate with the help of an accountant so they can help you structure this properly. That was what I did. And this kind of discussion will be done during that. Someone asked about the cost. I will send you a link. If you want to speak with him directly, I will just send it here. I will send it in the chat box. Yeah, so can a corporation have other shareholders who get paid dividends? Do they have to be in Canada? And can they be outside the country like Nigeria? What is the maximum share the director can have?
Okay, so this one here, we are speaking about several situations. MPC can only have physician as class A shareholders, or ordinary. I think we used to call it back home ordinary shareholders, but here in Canada we don't use that language, ordinary. Just we use them as they are class A shareholders. That means they are voting members of the corporation. Yeah. The second, class B, class C, class D can only be immediate family members in an MPC. In any other corporation, like we are talking about management corporation, holding corporation, it is permitted to have other shareholders from outside Canada, but they have to be, like, they must have less than 51%.
So can they receive money? Can you pay the
dividends? They can receive dividends, yes. Like again, we said about paying outsiders is always with the holding tax of 15%.
Okay. Are there more questions, doctors? I think we should give me a moment. I think I've lost my access. All right. So someone said, what's the implication of receiving payments directly from the Ministry of Health without incorporating? So basically, like, what's the implication of being paid as a PAYE, pay as you earn, without incorporating? So someone doesn't want to incorporate.
The incorporation, again, is a management judgment. You pay so much taxes because all these allowances, they are not there. You just have to pay tax on the money you receive. If you received 500, you pay the 500, 50%. So do you want to pay 250,000 on tax? You have to make your own judgment. If you receive 500,000, we don't care about the expenses and deduction. It's only certain expenses. Maybe they're going to allow you not office. Maybe they're going to allow just maybe membership. Even when we incorporate it and we don't follow the rules, we end up flowing back at what's called personal business corporation. And only certain expenses, I think they'll allow membership and a little of office. That's it. So maybe if you have got 500, your net is going to be 450, and you're going to pay 225,000 to the government.
Okay. 1 minute, please. Yeah, so someone said, I want to incorporate, but I've received 2 payments already. So this doctor has arrived, has received 2 payments from the Ministry of Health into his personal account, and now he wants to incorporate. How would it go forward?
Yes, so if you are working with us, we do the incorporation and we do some document to say actually the income which came to you personally is a two options, the corporation income, and therefore we just account for it in the corporation. The other alternative is to be able to make an assumption that you are trading as sole proprietor. In those 2 weeks, those 2 months, we just file personal taxes using that as your income. If you earn 60,000, that was your income in person. We deduct what is the few allowable expenses and file it that way personally. Then we start the corporation. But my preferred method has always been to write some agreement to say, yes, I was trading in this particular corporation. On behalf of the corporation, I received the income. Then we can include the income in the corporation as well as the expenses related to it.
Okay. Someone is asking that, what about investing in Wealthsimple as a medical professional company into exchange-traded funds, the ETFs, with the company being the owner of the assets? So this doctor has got an MPC and wants to invest in stocks with the Wealthsimple platform.
So the MPC has, if you look at the MPC's Incorporation Act, it allows you to invest in a revenue. So you can invest in anything.
Okay. So someone said a lot of people want to engage with you. I'm going to send the form so that you can all get in touch with him. Someone said, how much does it cost to can you disclose the average cost? If you don't want to disclose it, you can to engage your services.
Okay. So the incorporation is completely separate because we must pay government, and we don't do incorporation for everybody. We only incorporate if you're going to be our client, and so we're doing a concession, and it's going to be about 762.90, out of which I think we are paying government almost much of it. For our services, for accountants, so I have my staff here who do bookkeeping and they have to invoice me. So we have a monthly fee. We have a monthly fee, and then we also recently they have changed the accounting system. So we have a monthly fee for accounting fee, and we have a monthly fee for administration, payroll, and the accounting system.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to send the link on the group so that you can all, I think I've sent the WhatsApp group. Please, everyone should join. I will send you the form so you can all engage him and at least have your free tax planning session. Like I've mentioned, I engaged 3 people before meeting him. In fact, 4 people before meeting him. My tax was supposed to be paid. I had 57. I don't want to start talking about. It's been very good, and all was because I learned how to expense. There are so many receipts I thought were supposed to be. I claimed I was able to download everything, my cost, and we knocked the profit down. So it will be good. Even if you have your tax, you can revise it with him. Just make use of that free session. What else do we have here? A lot of them want to engage with you. Yes, so I think we've come to the end of our session. I'm hoping to make one of us talk. I don't know how we can do it. I want to unmute. I want to be able to hear 1 or 2 people talk. Just give me a moment. I'm still getting the hang of it. If you want to talk, I would appreciate if you raise your hands and I would unmute you. I will allow you to talk. If there's anyone here who wants to talk, do we have the icon to raise our hands? Oh, okay, so I can see the hands raised. Give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. So, Kennedy? Yeah.
All right.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, good afternoon, good everything. Yeah. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. I'm
Thank
still
you.
in the UK, so some of the things, or many of the things, sound a bit abstract to me, but I was able to, I still picked a couple of things because I also operate with with a company or a corporation here. I wanted to ask you about if there is anything like self-investment, invested pension plan, SIP, because it was something that a friend introduced me to here in the UK. So I started investing part of my earnings, paying my pension into the plan. So I have it running every year. I pay, an amount. So I don't know. You didn't mention. You did not mention that. So can I? And it's an online thing. They are online. Like I have an online app that I used to do. So can I continue something like that if I'm earning in Canada, or how does it work? Is it like it's not allowable? Can you throw more light on that?
So that's a very important point because, as we said here, in Canada here, the physicians are self-employed, so they rarely have a pension plan. I'm aware that some insurance have what we call personal pension plan, and I've not engaged, so I definitely have to do more research on that. But if you make a contribution to the UK, to a UK pension plan when you are in Canada, I believe that the expense will be allowable because all the pension expenses are allowed in the corporation.
Yeah. So thank you. Another Dr. Hope, you can talk.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, very brilliant presentation. Well done, guys, for putting this together. It's been very, very useful. I did ask a question. I don't know if you managed to see it. It didn't seem to have been answered. So I'll just ask it very quickly again, as I did type it up. So my question is about deadlines, really. So my own situation, I came in June last year. So I have done, 7 months. And I've already engaged an accountant who is helping me put a few things together. But again, I'm just asking about the deadlines. So, for example, we know in the UK, deadline to file, the financial year runs April to April, and then you're supposed to try and submit, if you're in a limited company, which is what is corporation here in Canada, submissions are around August. And of course, if you are doing a sole proprietor, you're supposed to have made your payments end of January. So I'm just wondering for Canada, because I've been hearing a few things. Some people say, oh, you must have filed by December, or some people say you must have paid by February. So there's no clear guidance. I don't know if Mr. Abdallah can just shed a little light on the timeline. So when is the deadline? Of course, I know you can file anytime, but then fees will be incurred.
Oh, thank you very much for that question. So we talked earlier about types of taxes that you go through as a business owner. One of them we mentioned is personal taxes. So that is filed on your name. So the personal taxes here in Canada are due on April 30th. So annually, the April 30th. So far right now, the CRA has not opened the portal. They are doing what's called maintenance. So we cannot file any personal taxes right now until February 23rd. So between February 23rd to April 30th is what we are looking to file. If your accountant must be knowing whether you are going to be generally in a position to file, a position to pay or not. If you are paying, you have to pay that April 30th. If you, on the other hand, you traded as sole proprietor, your deadline is June 30th. But if you have to pay, you must pay by April 30th. So generally then, what we do ourselves is that by April 30th, we have done almost everyone which is sole proprietor and an individual we have done by April basically by April 20th, we have been determining, because we want them to know whether they are paying. And by now, your accountant should know in general. For example, I know all my clients generally whether they will pay or not pay. So I prioritize the client. I know that this might likely be in a payment situation. With my team, we simply say, okay, let's work on this one here because there's a deadline coming compared to the other one, but we also don't forget about the other one. For the corporations, we pay the first taxes are filed within 53 weeks. So as long as we can set the corporation deadline, the deadline within 53 weeks. Again, it varies from accountant to accountant. For myself, I don't want, I used to set December 31st, but I don't want to set December 31st because there will be a collaboration between was dividend recorded here properly or not recorded properly. But when I vary the timelines, I find that they have no time even to go and see whether it was done properly or not timed properly to compare. So I sort of, each particular corporation now, I'm just counting 53 weeks. Because then it helps me to be able to determine whether there will be dividends for this year and then report it next year. So the key deadlines, April 30th. All personal taxes must have been filed and paid. June 30th, sole proprietor must have been filed, but if you're in a paying situation, you pay April 30th. So basically then, from our perspective here, April 30th is the deadline for both. Corporations, if you are filed 7 months, it is not yet due. It's not yet due for filing. It has to be 12 months.
Okay, thank you very much. What of somebody?
And for the corporation, we have 6 months within which we must file.
What about somebody who is paying themselves dividends? Does that go in the personal? Does that go with the personal in terms of?
Yes, it goes with the personal because when we file the personal, we must also show the dividends in your personal as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it's varied for what we have seen in the practice is that we have time to determine whether dividend and now declare next month. But if we put all of them in December 31st, it is going to be quite a busy deadline. Like now for you, the accountant can say together with you to say December 31st is a year end for the corporation. And once we decide it, we cannot change it unless we go to CRA.
Okay, thank you very much for the clarification. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Hope. Another question I would like to ask before I call Ms. Dr. Ali. If a doctor is working across 2 provinces, Ontario and Alberta, how does this affect the taxes? Some doctors have got two CPSO, CPSA, and they work across provinces.
Oh, okay. That one just one of the implications that you have there is that you pay more accounting taxes, accounting fees. But what happens at the revenue authority is the same. Yeah. We just have to split there to show that you are 2 provinces, and therefore the taxes have to be split. And there's additional forms for us to do, but the Canada Revenue Agency is the same one. We have to say locations are Ontario, and the second location is Alberta. And now the many forms in the tax software show up for us to file a Alberta specific, and Ontario specific, and then federal. Okay.
So someone said that I've been paid into my private account after working for 1 month without incorporating. How do I reconcile? Can you reconcile if I think it's considering incorporating now?
Yeah, so 1 month is not a very big deal, right? So the only problem that is for personally we can't recover the relocation expenses. As I've said, 2 options. We can just keep it as a personal revenue if you don't have other revenue coming in, and apply some expense as sole proprietor. The expenses are limited. Or we can be able to do an agreement to say that this was meant to come to the corporation, you are working in a corporation, and then show it in the corporation and include the appropriate expenses.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So Dr. Ali, you can ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. My question is again about the expenses, because you did mention that there is the incorporation, you charge about $761. You didn't give a figure about the monthly charge. So can we get an idea about what is the monthly charge after the
So
incorporation?
the monthly charge now, the accounting fee is $200, and the administration and the account and the tax software was the change is $50. So a total of $250 per month plus HST.
We are looking at $3,000 a year. Then is that correct?
Yes, about $3,000 a year. Yes.
Okay. And the other thing which I want to clarify is that, like in the UK, when you incorporate, you've got 18 months to file. Is it the same in Canada for the new companies?
Yes. So the new companies, I just explained, you have got 53 weeks. 53 weeks is just about 12 months.
Yeah. So in UK it is 18 months, isn't it?
Yes, but here in Canada it's 12 months.
So you have to file the first set of accounts within 12 months. Then it is not 18 months like in the UK.
At the end of 12 months, you have to file. But we have got 6 months within a week to file. So we have, for example, if you came here in January, so your year end is December 31st, we are allowed to file by June 30th.
I see. So it's still 18 months then, 12 months, and then up to June will be 18 months.
Yes. So we don't wait for June 30th ourselves, because if you owe, they start charging you the penalty from January 1.
Oh, okay.
So we want to file as soon as possible so that we don't have the penalty coming in.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we have to pay the money from January then, we want to avoid any penalties or any interest.
We want to pay January, but January is not possible usually. we go to about March or so at the earliest.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So just alongside that one there, I think I forgot to mention that there's also payroll taxes, and so the deadline is to pay payroll taxes is 15th of the next month. So what's happening, Dr. Ali, there is if we did payroll for you, there is another process called T4 slips or payroll. The tax slips need to be filed in February. So that is what we are concentrating on. For example, we're making sure that we file your tax slips before the deadline, which is February 28th. So in March, we get back now on anybody with deadline, the corporation with December 31st.
So here, are we talking about the 98,000 in payroll that we are allowed without tax?
Yes, the tax on that. Yes, the tax on that.
So is there still tax on 98,000 we have to pay?
Yes, payroll tax.
How much is that?
It's 20.5%.
I see. Okay.
But we do it monthly. We process monthly and give you a pay stub. I think most people are used to as pay slip. We call them as pay stubs here. We will show you the gross salary, less the taxes, and this is a net to pay, and then the taxes to pay to the government. Those ones have to be paid by 15th of the next month.
Okay. And what about then if you are doing this as the payroll, what happens if I need to take out a mortgage? Then will that be a different payroll? Because if I have to give to the bank, I will hardly get anything with this salary. Is there a different payroll system then you do for the purposes of applying for a mortgage where I declare more income?
So as I mentioned earlier, what we do here is we are looking for a mortgage provider who is going to look at your personal income as well as the corporation income. So they don't have to look at only personal income, because you are one and the same. Although you are separate, you are one and the same. And we do have companies like that looking into what is your personal income, the 98,000, and what is the corporation income, and we combine it.
So are there any proper banks like Scotia Bank or RBC who take into account these things, or you're still looking for someone?
Yes. No, they're the banks. They're the banks. We mostly, as you know very well, if you go to the bank direct, you deal with one person. We deal with mortgage brokers who will take it to Scotia Bank, take it to RBC, and bring you a good rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there are brokers who do that. We have done several with several doctors.
Okay.
So, Dr. Ali,
On the
Just
cost,
to add,
last thing I need to ask that this 761 we have to pay you upfront, and then when do we start paying you the monthly fee?
We will start usually when we ask you the bank statement. We'll also bill you. We go through the billing. So by the time we let you settle down, get the income from the ministry, then we shall bill you.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
We don't ask you immediately. Mostly it's going to be maybe 3 months or so, then we'll bill you backwards.
Okay. Thank you.
But we will let you first of all settle down and start getting income from the ministry. And maybe clear your relocation expenses, then we shall bill you.
And what can we take in the relocation expenses? Is it like the flights and everything? The
flight, the membership that you have done, or anything you have done in order for you to be licensed in Canada.
So what I submitted, I think my flights, all my exams, MCC, everything, all the CPSO, CFPC payments. Yeah, I downloaded all the receipts.
I see. So all the expenses that we make in the UK, CPSO and everything, which is around £5,000, we can claim all of that, yeah, as an expense, allowable expense.
Yes.
And then I was in an Airbnb. I claimed that back. I stayed in an hotel when I got back. All my Uber when I got in here, flights, claimed back.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So Dr. Muad, I hope I pronounced it well.
Yeah, it's correct.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much for this. I really gained so much information. I think the one thing I would say is that in the UK it's a very simple tax system. You just pay as you go. But I definitely think that we need to have an accountant to manage money in Canada. So I've asked this question before. I just want to highlight again because I feel like I still don't understand how it works. So basically, an example that I gave is that someone, let's say, just to make numbers easier, making 500K Canadian dollars in their incorporation. What you're saying is that first you will pay taxes on the 500K, which is about 15%, and then you'll pay the overhead and all the related expenses, which can be 20% or something like that. And then with the remaining amount, then you can use that to pay yourself, which you suggested to be a top of 98,000, and what's remaining of that can stay in the corporation. Is that correct?
Partly correct. First of all, the corporations do not pay tax on the gross amount. They pay tax after expenses. So 500,000 less overhead. Maybe the overhead is 200 and other expenses. 300 is net income. So we're looking at, we pay on net income, not the gross.
Okay, I see. Not the gross. Okay.
Yes. So the net income is when we just pay that about 15%. I think it's coming down 14% now overall. Okay. Then whatever remains now, you can decide whether you can pay yourself the dividends or you can leave it in the corporation.
Okay. A follow-up question on that. So let's say that you worked there for maybe, let's say, 10 years and you accumulated about, let's say, $1 million in the incorporation. Can you then use, for example, get a loan from the bank and because basically you can get the bank to say, oh, I have 1 million in the incorporation, can I get a loan for 1 million? And use that loan to invest or buy property or do anything else with it?
Okay, so there are several options there. And again, we talked about this one here that you can create a management company which can be able to borrow this money.
Okay.
The reason why creating a management company, because if you use it as you borrow yourself, you have to pay in 2 years. But the management company will not pay. And I think we are used to a holding company, but we don't want to call it a holding company because the rules for the MPC restrict, so we call it management company. So this can first of all borrow the 1 million itself over a period that you agree between the MPC and management company, and pay or not pay. Or alternatively, you can use it to be able to show us deposit with the bank. Most appropriate is to go through the management corporation because you can agree the terms here between yourself and yourselves.
Okay, I see. So that's really good. So basically, you don't have to take the money out from the incorporation. you can just borrow against it from the bank, given that you
Yes.
have
Yes.
a managing company. Okay, so
Yes.
thank you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so just to clarify for others, then if you want to do this investment of real estate under the company, you have to open your MPC and then open another management company, and then you do tax for both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. They said regarding relocation expense claim, how far back can we claim? Already especially if already making the expense over 3 years. So there's a doctor who has been making this expense for the past 3 years. He just delayed his coming to Canada. So he has some receipts for 3 years ago. Can he still claim it when he arrives Canada?
Yes, we can still claim it. Yes, we can still claim it if we incorporate. If we incorporate at once, this type of doctor, I will incorporate when they are still in the UK, so they can simply say that when they were UK, they were preparing to work for this corporation.
Okay. Someone said, how can we buy a house with a shareholder's loan from the corporation? I think that's the question you just answered.
Yes, you use money government to borrow from a corporation.
Yeah, you open a management company and then you borrow from your corporation.
Yes.
All right. So we have just one person to ask the question. I think that's all. Is there anybody raising their hands? Okay, yeah, that's all. Thank you very much, everyone. So we'll meet in the WhatsApp group. I've sent the Google Doc. If you want to engage Dr. Swaleh, you can fill out the form. I'm going to pass on everything to him. Yeah. And we can call it a day in the absence of no more question.
Yes, so as we have spoken, Dr. Adesola, this is not a child staff. So what I do with my doctors is I keep working with you one-on-one over 3 to 4 months. So you are able to conceptualize and agree. After 1 or 3 months, we now just remain with these emails. But initially, I'm available for you. You can send me WhatsApp. You say, what is this question? And then we will answer you immediately. You can make arrangement to meet me. Only that when it's winter, I don't get out because if I have back problem, you have to come to my home office. Or when it is summer, you can always come to my main office in Oshawa. But so what I'm saying, it is not, this is something, it is it's a heavy discussion. So I always provide a room to work one-on-one with you from at least 3 to 4 months. From my experience with the other doctors, everybody has come up to speed and we are doing well. So there is no stupid question within those 3 months. You can ask me anything. You can ask me anything. Some of the doctors have come to me, for example, about difficulties. How do I pay this payroll tax, first of all? What is this all about? Because you're not used to being an employer. Now you're an employer as well. So what is the payroll? Some of them live closer to me. They have come back to me and say, I can only come at 9 because of my work is 8. We have accommodated that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So for the other doctors who have asked questions about insurance and all, because he's an accountant and I'm also a doctor, we are not allowed to give advice on that. I don't know, maybe based on popular.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that I have one of my clients here who helps us on financial planning, not really looking at insurance, but financial planning. And one of these days we might put it together to talk with him. Yes, I don't know why I forgot him. First, he came to me. He's a certified financial planner, but he has a problem with the taxes, and he's investing in real estate and paying too much money. He's investing in real estate in a wrong structure. He's certified financial planner. I told him, what are you doing here? Yeah, so the financial structure needs the accountants will definitely come in as far as tax is concerned, because even the certified financial planner, they have issues. They come to us here. They have issues over a long time. And again, one of the problems they have is when they want to sell the practice. Like over here, once at the clinic, I think if you want to retire, we don't want you to just retire and leave the clinic. We want you to sell the clinic.
Why?
Because you first of all you get some money out and tax benefit we can do there, which we did cover something called the personal lifetime capital exemptions.
Okay. We'll keep a lot of us are just starting our clinics. We've not sold ours, so we will just put that as something
we prepare here. When you retire, you sell.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Miss Christine, Dr. Christine. Yeah, you can ask a question.
Oh, hi everyone. Thank you so much for such a lovely presentation. And thank you, Dr. Adesola, for organizing. My question is actually a straightforward one. So if you've already moved to Canada and you're already in Canada, can you still claim all those expenses you made during the registration? Or is it now a problem? And that's for somebody who hasn't really incorporated yet.
Oh, when did you move to Canada?
Last year, end of last year.
So we have the 12th
October, precise.
So have you already filed the personal taxes, the first personal taxes?
No, I've not. No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, so they will be included. They will be included, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they will be included, yeah.
Since you've not done much, you've not really incorporated, yes. Okay. So the problem starts when you've already started getting payment and so on. Is that?
Yes.
I get you. Okay. So in that case, you advise that somebody incorporate first before you even start work.
Because
is that the main advice?
We're talking about incorporation now. If you decide to do so, you've got the documents wherever you are. We have done a lot. We've got several clients who have called me from UK through the Faroes. I'll be coming next week. What do I do? Say, okay, let's incorporate now. I have no address. Let us use the accountant's address. We incorporate now. You are right. We already incorporated.
And what are the core documents you need? What are the essentials for the incorporation?
For incorporation, we just need you to make up your mind about the name.
Okay.
The CPSO requires that you have your name, a combination of your name in the corporation. Then you're going to give us your full name, your email address, full name, email address, and address you'll be using. If you don't have an address, we will use the accountant's address for now, and the email and the payment. That's it.
Okay, and it has nothing to do with the company you have already in the UK, or must you close down that one to start this one?
No. It
has nothing to do with it. Okay.
Yeah, they're different.
Okay. That's what I want to know. I want to clarify if you still have your tax to complete in the UK and you're still, finishing up with your company, you've not closed down your business, you are still okay to start up another one here.
Yes. You are still okay to start up. As you can see the structure, as you saw the structure, we can make many companies and many bank accounts.
Okay.
For tax saving purposes, yeah.
Okay, but one thing I didn't catch is when you were talking about the holding company for somebody who already have a property in the UK. So if like, for instance, now I still have a property in the UK and I'm still doing the mortgage, paying for the mortgage and so on. So do I still continue what I'm doing there in the UK and still running would it affect the corporation tax I'm opening here?
It doesn't impact your corporation tax, but if you earn an income there, it impacts your personal taxes.
Okay.
So what we want you to do here, our recommendation is incorporate a company there and move the property in your company. So because the corporations are separate, but if we have got a UK holding company, it's just for that property. Once they file taxes, it's done. But if it's you, once you have got filed taxes in the UK, you must also show the income here in Canada here, and sometimes the rates are different, so it causes you to pay additional tax. Okay,
so the holding company is even different from the business company that we're using to run our tax in the UK. It's a completely different thing.
Yes,
we'll have to open.
Yes.
I see. And is that something you do here? It's something we have to organize in the UK.
You have to organize in the UK. We don't do incorporate in the UK because you have to pay.
We don't do it.
License. Yes, we do. We do the corporation in Canada. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know it's a lot to take on.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Dr. Shelley, do you want to ask a question? Dr. Shelley Portier.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for the session. My questions are almost kind of continuations on the previous person's asked questions. With regard to the reimbursements that we can get from all the fees and everything that we've put into Move, if we've already paid for some of those on our, say, UK business, will we still be able to claim on the cooperative account in Canada?
Dr. Shelley, you were glitching. I would repeat.
Yes.
I would repeat what you mentioned, just to be on the same page with you. You're talking about all the receipts you have gotten as a result of relocating. Those expenses, you've claimed it in the UK under your company in the UK. Can you still claim it when you arrive Canada?
Yes.
Is that, Dr. Swaleh?
Oh, yeah. And there's no verification system. Yes, you can. There's no verification. If we are using it to reduce taxes, we can do it. Yes. Nobody has the time and the money to verify in between.
Okay. And one more question with regard to the corporation. Does the your accounting firm, do they assist with the opening of a bank account for the corporation? And that be possible if you aren't in Canada yet? Have, say, a personal or a Canadian personal checking bank account.
So, are you asking that does his company help with opening a corporation bank account without you being in Canada?
Yes. And would that be with, or do you just need to go and open the bank account?
Dr. Shelley, you're glitching. I didn't get you. I didn't get the last statement you made, but I think that's what you are trying to ask. That do they? So Dr. Swaleh, she wants to know if you also help with opening a corporation bank account, the checking and personal and savings account in Canada, even though she's still in the UK.
Oh, okay. So we don't. What we do is that we refer you to somebody that we work with. And I think that he told me that you need to be here to sign the forms. I'm not sure whether here. Olumide, are you here? You can help me answer this question.
What's his name? Olumide?
Yes. Maybe it's not here, but I think that they require you to be here to sign the forms. What happens is that we can, once we have incorporated, we can give them the documents on your behalf with authorization, but they prepare the documents, but you have to be here to sign the forms so far. That's what they told me.
Okay.
Thank you. So you can check it out Scotia Bank. That's where I bank with. They've got a doctor's package. And just read about it. They've got some nice packages for doctors. And some people also I've not bought a house, but some people have said they give good mortgages and good rates. I think Scotia and RBC and CIBC, sorry.
Yeah, so Olumide is from Scotia Bank, yeah.
It's from Scotia, yeah.
I was looking at, obviously, Scotia Bank with their new starter program that I've seen online that they have from a bank account point of view. So if, for instance, you just mentioned the doctor package that I didn't know existed, if I would say to incorporate before I physically arrive, and then when I go in to open my personal checking account with the new starter program, would it be possible maybe on that sitting to open the corporate bank account at the same time?
Well, my experience is I opened my personal account and then I was passed on to the business section of the bank. That takes a bit, maybe 1 or 2, a week. And they got, so my business account and my personal is with Scotia. Even my holding company, because that also has an account, is with Scotia Bank.
Okay.
So I think I've got 3 accounts with them.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So Dr. Kene.
Hello, hi. Swaleh, thank you very much for the presentation. I just wanted to ask, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I just wanted to ask what's your advice regarding um, renting a property or leasing a car using the corporation versus doing that on your personal account. I'm not sure if this question has been answered earlier on, but I think I typed that earlier in the chat, but I'm not quite sure if the answer. I don't know what's your advice regarding that. What is preferable for obviously for tax purposes? Thank you.
Okay, so we mentioned earlier that we have to separate personal expenses versus business expense. So one of the key personal expense is rent. So basically a number of issues. One of them is the advice that if you are buying a principal residence, it should be in your name or in both your names and the spouse, based on how discussed, because there is a capital exemption for principal residence. And then the other ones, which are real estate investment, they can be in the corporation, including the MPC. But because MPC has a lot of income, we have a problem with taxes. We want it to be in a different corporation. As far as the cars are concerned, so your option is either to buy or to lease. And we said if you buy, the only tax allowable expense is depreciation or amortization. And if you are financing it, interest. Versus if you lease, then all expenses are allowable. Should you buy vehicle in the corporation or personally, our advice is to do in the corporation so that all expenses are included. Because if you buy in a personal name, we are likely to have a problem to prove that the expenses you are incurring are business.
Okay.
Sorry, a clarification. I didn't quite get regarding the house. You're talking more about buying. I was specifically asking about renting because I know I'm not ready to buy at this moment.
Oh yes,
so talking about renting. Yes.
You rent it in your personal name, because if you rent it in the corporation name, that means the corporation is you have to pay rent to the corporation, which increases the revenue and causes more tax issue.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Dr. Emmanuel. Oh. Before Dr. Emmanuel talked, someone asked me that how much was I able to claim back my CPSO? Maybe about less than 10K. All the exams, my journey, my flight, my hotel, everything it took me. ACQ Bank, MCCQ, everything. Yeah. So, Dr. Emmanuel, you can talk.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for organizing this. And sorry, I've just joined in late. I just had the reply that the accountant gave to the last person that asked the question. I just wanted to clarify something just to ask because I'm still in the place of I'm getting mixed information about if you lease a car. So that if you lease a car for work purposes, I have been told by some accountants that if you lease the car and you are using it to go from your house to your place of work, that would not be covered for tax purposes. You can't claim it back from your company or as a sole proprietor. But if you lease a car, or even if you for work, and then you go from house to work, and then go from work to another place of work of another business, that second journey can be covered. But if you just have a primary place of work and you're going from your house to work and from work back to your house, that is not, you can't claim that back. I don't know if that's what he thinks about that.
Okay, so first of all, all car expenses are allowed, but we have to always differentiate between business and personal. So personal expenses are not allowed. So in Canada here, we have something called first and last trip rule. As you have mentioned it, you have explained it nicely, called first and first trip. So they consider that from home to one location is personal expense. And from wherever you are, last trip to home is personal expense. So they are not allowed. This is what the income tax, what is the Income Tax Act? This is what the way the Income Tax Act about it is called the first and last trip rule. So if you, and we talk about more than one location, if you have more than one location and you go from home to the first location, that is personal expense. That means not allowed for taxes. From that location to any other location you are doing business, that is allowed. And from home, from that location where you are at home, is not allowed, is personal taxes. So having said that, the way we have to advise ourselves is that once we have the vehicle in corporation name, we determine that this vehicle is partially used personally and partially used officially, and that percentage of partially used officially, we just document it ourselves as management judgment, and we allow that.
What if you're a sole proprietor?
If you are a sole proprietor, you have to buy the vehicle in your personal name. We do the same thing for documenting to say, we think by management judgment that 20% or 30% of this is used for business. And therefore we recognize it. We just have to have a documented process to say why we're recognizing it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Dr. Kennedy, do you still want to say something?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I got cut off the first time when I was asking my question. I mistakenly pressed my earpods, so I missed the initial part of the answers, but it's a different question now. So let's assume you have a lump sum you've been able to save outside Canada. Say you are working in the UK, you saved whatever amount, maybe 10,000 or whatever, So what would your advice be, regarding that money before you move to Canada? Would you advise the person to transfer the money and, to Canada, or to invest it in the UK and run it here? And if you're going to move a lump sum, whatever amount, 50,000, whatever, to Canada, are you going to incur any charges to transfer the money? And also, if you have investment in stocks in the UK and you're moving to Canada, would you advise the person to sell them or to leave them and operate them, keep running them here? What tax implications is it going to have if the person leaves the investment here and is earning the money? Should he also should the earnings go to management company? What's the best way you advise? So the first one is moving a lump sum. Would it attract any charges? And would you advise the person to even move the sum or keep it here, maybe invest it here, whether in real estate or whatever investment down here? And then the next one is if there are investment in stocks, should a person sell the stocks and move over and buy new stocks there, or to keep running them here? How is it going to play out in these different scenarios? Thank you.
Okay, so you have several questions there on investment. So as far as whether you should move money to UK, move money to Canada, it's all about what options of investment are you looking at and what is your return on investment. So if the return on investment in an asset in Canada is higher than the return on investment in the UK, then we would definitely advise you to move. But if you have got an asset there with a higher return on investment, then it doesn't make sense to move when there's a higher return on investment. But when you decide to move the money, it is there's no tax impact of the money that the banks will ask you to show the source of money for money laundering purposes, but there's no tax consequences there. So they're just for money laundering purposes, you have to show the source of money coming from the UK. And what I do myself, I have so many clients who transfer between here, Turkey, and India, and Pakistan. We create a document and say it is a loan. Whoever is in the UK has loaned you money in the US, even if it is your family has loaned you money in the US, in Canada here, to be able to do an investment. So we do a loan documentation. So we go to the bank and say it's a loan. We are moving to Canada here. And in Canada here, once the money is come to Canada here, it's reported within the banking system. CRA picks it up and we show that it's a loan. So there's no tax consequence. Regarding the investment in stocks right now is worldwide, so you can manage it from anywhere without having to sell and then buy, because when you sell, then you're going to have the capital gains reported. So you can just manage them the way they are when you are here. As you know, many people now are investing in the New York Stock Exchange. When they're in Canada, they are investing in London Stock Exchange when they're in Canada.
Okay.
Right,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, doctors. We are 3 hours gone now. Thank you, Dr. Swaleh, for answering all these questions. Thank you for being so open, honest, patient with us. Yeah. So I've sent the Google link. I'm going to send your contact to them. And there was something else I wanted to say. For as many doctors that are just meeting me for the first time, just like you, I moved 14 months ago. I experienced a lot of issues with my clinic. So I moved from one place to another, eventually like 3 clinics within 3 months. And I put up my story together to advise doctors on, on contractual red flags, on things to avoid, what to do when you come in. By the time you come into Canada, you're in the deep end, moving with your spouse, your children. I have a course called the Relocation to Canada Relocation Mastery course, where you can have a list of what to do when you land in Ontario, not Alberta, I mean Ontario. List of things to do, how to open a bank account, how to how to lease a car, the CMPA, Healthcare Connect, things like WSIB. Sorry about all these acronyms I'm using. Yeah, so there are some things you need to do when you get here. And then when you get to work, the billing systems, the billing metrics, how to bill. And also, even if you are still here, you can use the contractual questions, how to respond to prospective employers, the kind of questions to ask them. And if you come and see the clinic, the kind of things to look out for, how to vet a good clinic that is fit for purpose. So that relocation mastery course is very, very good, very effective. That saved a lot of doctors. I've got fantastic feedback. And if you want me to also go through your contract with you, some people just want a do it for me and do it with me kind of approach. You can also approach me for the clarity call, where we would go through your contract and I would give you honest, unbiased response that would help you in making the right decision. So that's about me. If you want to join our WhatsApp group, we're about 300 doctors there. It's a safe haven. It's a place where we respond, where we help each other. And when you come in here, we also, continue the support over there. And that group is free of charge. There's nothing there. And we share resources too between ourselves. Yeah, so that's about me. And going forward, I'll be bringing in experts such as Dr. Swaleh. A lot of us have mentioned about insurance. I'm going to bring someone on board for financial planning. So Dr. Swaleh is an accountant. He helps you with your tax returns. Financial planning is about your retirement, pension planning, whether you want to do whole life insurance, term insurance, and some of us have got a lot of us are insured in the UK. We've got a term insurance. We don't really do ultimate life and things like that in the UK. So we've got something like that, I assume. Now, another thing I would want you to do, maybe when you're talking to Dr. Swaleh, is to ask if you should cancel what you have. I know there are some that are transferable here. So if you cancel, by the time you come here, you see the one I have, I pay, I think 23 pounds, 23 pounds. I did it 10 years ago. If I had canceled it and came here, they're going to give me a new quote in my 40s. So, that would be a lot. So I had one or two doctors who did that, who canceled. And when they got in here, they realized that it's actually, you can use it in outside UK. If you leave UK, you can still use it. You don't have to cancel it. So speak with your insurance body, Aviva, Legal and General, and the rest, and let them know. And whatever you can do between now and when you come, if you have to plan, open the holding company, if you're into real estate, consider that. If you have to open a management company here and a holdco company, do that so that you can structure your assets and ensure that they're all put together safely. We want to build wealth, isn't it? So, and everything, let me use our word, the pepper has to rest. Our money has to sort out to be well managed. Yeah, thank you. So going forward, I'm going to bring in another concern that a lot of doctors have mentioned is about their spouses. We are coming in our prime, their spouses and their children. My daughter is 16. I've had a lot of concerns bringing her, transferring our educational system from the UK down to Canada. And that's taken me a long time. So Dr. Swaleh has got his daughter who trained here as a doctor, and she knows about the system. I'll try and get other people too that can join her. We're going to come in, talk about how we can make the best educational decision for our children. He has also mentioned something similar about if you want to expand your family, if you want to have more children, how you can navigate that. We didn't really touch on health insurance. There's no NHS here in Canada. So we have to consider protecting our health. You are all independent contractors. You are not an employee. So if anything happens to you, if you become disabled today, there is nothing. So you need to consider things like that. But we're going to have an extensive conversation about that. So these are things that I would share on the group. I'll bring experts on board to advise us on the kind of plan, but it's non-obligatory. Don't be under any pressure. There won't be any terminal pressure. I'm not sharing your phone numbers with anybody except to agree to fill a form and give consent. But I want you to have the right knowledge to make an informed decision. So far, consider health insurance in Canada. All that would encompass yourself and children and spouse. Another thing I want to mention is your spouse. We are moving in with our spouses. Most of them are in their prime. A lot of us are coming in our 40s. I can imagine you have a wife who is already a manager somewhere, who has earned, has contributed pension somewhere. I will say something about the pension too, because if you are moving here, you need to also speak with your company, with your employer about your pension and secure it properly so that you don't lose out on payout when you become 65. Now, back to our spouses. When they come in here, there are things that they can also do together with us. So one thing some of the doctors that have spoken with me, I've asked, let me even use myself as an example. My husband is an engineer, he's into IT. He's been doing well. Now we've been working for over a decade or so. And now I just want to bring him down here to do what? I've looked around, like it's doctors that are actually in demand. And that has, contributed to the gap, the delay in moving. So one of the things I would advise us, or we would learn in the next session, is things that your spouse can do together with you under a company, under a corporation. One thing that is common that I've seen is doctors and their spouses actually starting clinics. So most of the time when you come in with your closed work permit. You come in with either your LMIA or your C10. So it's like as if you've got your COS before, or some people come with a PR. PR is actually the best because you've got an open work permit. So when you come in, your spouse comes in with their open work permit because you are the primary applicant. You are the one who has got the LMIA. Your spouse has got an open work permit. It's just the way we have it in the UK. If your wife is the primary applicant, you would have an open work permit that will permit you to locum and do whatever you want to do. You understand now? So when your wife comes in here or your husband, who is not the primary applicant, there are some opportunities you can harness together as a couple. So at least the marital unity should be preserved. People should be happy. And you can also reach out to me if you want to discuss some one-on-one concerns. But so far, I think we've had a good day today. The whole objective is for you to have a profitable career journey in Canada. Yes, I've said so much in a single breath. I would be logging off now. We are still about 87 people here. Dr. Swaleh, thank you very much. Someone just recommended the mastery course. They said it's a 7-star course.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
So, I think we can close for the day. Thank you so much. I'm going to be closing.
Yep. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Please, how do we get added to the WhatsApp group?
I've added the link. I think it's here. Oh, no. This is for Dr. Swaleh. So the link is here. Just give me a moment. All right, so I'm going to post it here. Can you see my answers? I'm making it public. So you should be able to see my answers now. Yeah, the WhatsApp group is free to join. It's free to join. Yes. Dr. Taiwo, yeah? You want to talk? Yeah?
Hello. Sorry, I was just about to type it again. Good evening.
Good evening.
My question is just one. I missed some part, and to be fair, it's been a very busy day and lots of information to digest. I'm just after the recording so I can watch this and listen again. And I've not gotten an answer to that.
Okay. I think it's on two systems. All
Sorry?
right.
All right.
My voice is.
Oh,
What's going on? Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
All right. So I will communicate on the group as regards the recording.
Okay.
There's some aspects he doesn't want to be for public consumption.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I would send the rest to the group.
Okay, once it's edited, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take off the slides.
Oh, okay.
And some other stuff. Don't worry, you won't miss it. And you can always speak to him.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need to engage. Just do the session and get your question answered.
Okay. Can I drop you a message as well? Just
yes, you can drop
I will drop you a message. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, someone said they want the link to the mastery course. Okay. Yeah, as long as I've got your email, I'm going to send out the resources. I'm going to send you everybody a message, and you would have all these links there so that you can purchase, you can buy or engage for free. All right. I'm just waiting for everyone to go. I don't want to hang up on you. So we still have, who wants to talk? Dr. Chi. Yeah, Dr. Chi. Yeah, you're here.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to ask how we can get the accountant's contact.
Oh, I've sent it. Don't worry, I'm going to send everyone. Do I have your email? Did you register for the course?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I'm going to send everybody a message. We all get this his link and his phone number, everything.
Okay,
and I'll
cool.
also
Thank you.
send the link to the mastery course so that you get, and I'll send the link to the WhatsApp group so that everyone can join.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you too. Taiwo raised the hand. Yeah, you can talk.
Sorry, it's the former hand. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. Omon, Dr. Omon. Yeah, I'm here. Hello, Dr. Omon.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. So I don't know. I sent in a question during the presentation, and I don't know whether my question actually got to you. I wanted to ask you. He mentioned that you can actually open your corporation even before you come to Canada.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering, how soon can we really? For example, I intend to relocate in June. I'm just wondering, can we open the company?
Yeah. So my advice is, if you open it now, you'll be paying corporation fees now, and you're not really using it.
Okay.
So just time it.
Okay.
Time it to June. It just takes a day or two.
Okay.
So the stuff I focused on was the what I needed to open my corporation. I didn't have any guidance there. I paid about 1,500 to open my corporation and link it to CPSO. So your corporation has to be opened and linked to CPSO. It's different from us in the UK where you just open with HMRC and everybody is happy. So it's like you link your corporation to GMC. So that linking cost another maybe $200 or so. But all in all, I just wanted to get it done. So I paid that high amount, but it charges about, I think, 700. It's definitely not as much as that. And the few doctors that have come in to have paid nothing more than 1,000. Yeah. So I don't think the main purpose of opening it is so that you can claim expenses, your location expenses and all. But don't, because if you open it, you have to file the tax.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
open it like May.
Okay. So the other thing he asked was that he said that he aim for people to at least maximum of 98K per year.
Yeah.
Is that
98K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the salary I drew.
Okay.
98,000.
So you have to split that within 12 months, right?
Exactly, into 12 months. That's small money now.
Yeah.
I'm talking of Canadian dollars, though.
Yeah.
It's small. I know you still pay tax on it. So it's like as if you are being paid 98,000 as a salary doctor. We used to earn 75,000. So by the time they deduct, I know there are some things you have to pay because you are a salary earner. You have to pay the Canadian pension tax. You have to pay the NI contribution. They call it EI here. So that's the one that you will pay because you are drawing 98,000. But the tax is small. It's small. It's not a lot of money. So anything above that. So for example, if you want to invest, if you want to, what did I even use money to do? If you want to do something else, okay. So the remaining money after the 98, you then focus on expense. How do I draw as much company expense from that money, from that remaining money? So that is where all your Uber, your car lease, your clinic supply, your stethoscopes, your laptops, you have to know how to expense, because if you don't expense it, it will be there waiting for it for tax.
Yeah.
So once you reduce that, I know it's over the year, so you don't have to spend everything in the month. So you can plan it. And then he has already mentioned some little things like if you have your spouse who is not working, you can keep the person in. If you have a child a child who is 16 that can do some admin work, bookkeeping, help you with your filing, pay the child 1,006. Little things there adds up. And then you reduce the expense. So you are going to pay the corporation tax on the left, on what is left.
Okay.
You get it?
Thanks. Yeah.
And if you want to invest, there's a way you can invest. Most people want to invest in real estate. So, and what we do in the UK is that you will draw the company money from the company and then take it to your personal and then buy maybe house in Dubai or whatever.
Yeah.
Over here, he has already discussed that, see, just open a management company. Open and hold co-company. See those two companies, let them borrow money from you, from your MPC, from that stuff that is left after expense. So let them borrow money from it and interact with each other. And as long as that money doesn't come to your personal account, you're not paying tax.
Okay.
I hope I'm not complicating things.
No. I understand what you mean.
Yes. So all these things, you just need to be prepared for it and know and plan, so that once, I know it differs from people. Some people are not into real estate. Some people are really into stocks. Some people are into gold. Some people are not even in them. Some people are into charity. Some people don't have children. They want to give, they want to support charity. So charity is totally is tax-free. You can claim any money you are using to support any charity. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right then. Any Omon? Yeah, I'm here. Hello, Omon. Yeah, I'm here.
No, you've already answered my question.
Oh, yeah, Omon. Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So why is it?
Sorry,
Dr. Wifa.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you so much for this session. I mean, I've enjoyed this so much. I've really learned so much. All my questions were definitely answered. I was at work, so it was hard for me, but I joined as much as I could. So I'm looking forward to watching the video replay when you post it. And when you're able to share with us, I'll be really grateful to watch it again. But what I wanted to say is, so when you focus on claiming expenses after you paid yourself money, there was something you was talking about dividends. How does that work? So will the company pay you any dividend? Because I'm wondering, like, for instance, if you have a lot of expenses, I mean, when you're paying yourself 98,000, that's not a lot of money at all. It's like 3,000 pounds or something like that, very small. I calculated after tax, it would probably be coming down to 6,000 something Canadian dollars, which is not a lot of money, to live a good life. So where does all the other money come from that actually supports you to be able to
so
live,
if you
treat your kids well and all that?
Okay, so if you have your tax planning session with him, he has already told us some things you can deduct, like your car lease. You can take that fully. You can take your hospital supplies. You can take some people have told, he has also explained how you can deduct rent. That two of you in the house cannot deduct rent. If one person is not a doctor using a room for something to help you, maybe your spouse, your husband is helping you with billing or with your blood, your documents, or so you can deduct, but you have to document the square meter and all. And then your CMPA fees, if you want to go for any conference, if you want to do any course.
All of those
so it has like a list, but it can't, it's not exhaustive.
It's not exhaustive.
So when you speak with him, based on what you, for example, if your spouse is not working.
Based on my needs, yes.
Or your needs. Now, when you reduce your expenses, when you reduce your profits by drawing enough expenses
out of there, so that money goes back to me, doesn't it? So like when you claim expenses, when you claim the expenses, the money you claim as expenses, the company is paying for it, right? So in essence, it's giving you back the money, isn't it? Indirectly.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. I get you.
Even your overhead. So if you're paying,
right. So that 20% overhead the company pays as well. Really? Hello?
Yes, I said yes.
Oh my God.
I'm here nodding.
Oh my God. Well, I couldn't see you again. It's like I'm on the screen. I don't know. Anyway, oh my God. That's like, oh my goodness. What? Anyway, this is so eye-opening, and I really thoroughly enjoyed this session. I'm looking forward to having a one-on-one with him so that I can actually tease out the main issues that worry me and have a plan before I make any before I'm able to take a step away from Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. When are you coming?
July. I'm hoping we're ending of June. I'm just waiting for kids to come out of school, third term of school.
Okay.
Yeah, so it will be. I'll probably come like 3rd of July or something like that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
And you're very patient. You're so patient, and you take your time. Even though we ask you 100 times, you still keep answering it. It's just amazing. And God will bless you richly, honestly.
Amen. 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 Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we'll send our
If she
feedback.
does not answer us well, we'll drag her now.
You drag her.
No,
Don't mind
very
me. I'm just joking.
No. I've got a good sense of humor. I've got a good
Okay,
sense of
please. Sorry, I didn't quite get what you said about just now. You said something about the overhead you pay. Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
Yeah, so it's a tax, it's a deductible expense too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted, because I heard that in person, so wanted to clarify.
So there are so many things that we are not used to in the UK that we do here. So he understands, some accountants just do forensic. You've already committed the blunder, and then you come telling them, I did this, I did that, and then they just they just slam you with the penalty. But one thing I like about him is he understands that we are not, we are coming with from a different sector. He has lived in the UK for some time, so he understands what we are not used to and what we are used to. And it's
Okay. He lived in the UK.
Yeah, he said he has stayed there for some time. Yeah. And then his daughter is a consultant endocrinologist.
Right.
Exactly. So when talking to a doctor, that's the father-daughter. Definitely does tax return for I don't even know if he does for his daughter also, but he understands. Yeah. So basically that's been the journey. I was just very, very happy being able to knock down so much just because I learned on time. Once you file it, you filed it. That is gone, no? Except they do tax return and give you a little back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And his fees are not so much, because I've seen quite a couple that have paid, a lot of doctors that have paid quite a lot. My former accountant paid me like 7,000. So, and I think he permits more. Some people would do yearly. Dr. Taiwo, do you want to say something?
Yeah. So the first thing is, you just said you sacked your former accountant indirectly with a straight face. So my question, I know there was a time that you did mention you have both CPSA and CPSO. Two questions regarding that. One was, when you were doing the registration, did you have to pay good standing certificate twice in Nigeria? That's the first question.
No. I only shared it. I paid for the good standing, and then I contacted them to share it with CSA. Yeah, I think that was right.
Oh, okay. So that way not paying twice.
No, you are paying for the good standing, and then I can't remember. I think I had to pay. You have to pay. If it's Nigeria, you have to pay more than 10,000.
Okay. And and did you find it to be, worth it, keeping it, or have you given it up now?
Okay, so at the time I did that, I had nobody like me to talk to. I was worried about the tax implication. Alberta 5%, provincial tax, salary 13%. Yeah. So I didn't have the confidence to go to do it. So I got this, but I didn't go. So I just let it go. But if I was properly guided, maybe I would have gone ahead. I didn't only get
gone ahead with what? Sorry, I'm lost.
Gone ahead with working in Alberta.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I even did them. I did DPSNS, Nova Scotia.
Oh.
So all those money, you can claim it back. They are all expenses.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do interprovincial work if you've got it.
But not with the same corporation, from what I understand tonight.
No. So corporations are limited to each provinces. So you have to open another one in Alberta.
And
then you pay more tax money.
Noted. And just a general question: is there still work?
There is work.
Yeah. So, and what do you envisage in the next 3 years for people who still want to come in? Let's say
in the next
2 years, 2 years, 3 years. Would you say there will still be?
Maybe not in the GTA area. Maybe you might have to go into the I don't want to call it suburb. Yeah. Or you might have to in the next three. If you're trying to come within the next 3 years, apply for your PR. Come in, do everything to get your PR. Go on Express Entry, fill the ONIP. If you come in with a PR, I think you can thrive anyway. You can come in today, open your clinic tomorrow.
Yeah. So then regarding that's where my question was going actually. I wanted to ask you, have you sort of maybe starting your own clinic, and do you have an idea of what it entails?
Oh yes. So the reason why I have not started my clinic is because my family is not here yet. And remember, I'm doing this, I'm sharing this because I don't have anyone to do. I don't have anyone to do this. Yeah, you guys are getting it from my journey. I don't have any upward line. So I want my family to be here before I start. You can't just start a clinic and stop it. It's very capital intensive. Yeah. So and I want my kids to live around. I don't want to drive so far. Today we were as low as minus 40. So you want to structure it well. So that's the honest truth and the answer.
And are we going to, just a little more pressure, are we going to have like a session, with someone talking to us on how to, start your own clinic, at some point?
Yes. I'm hoping to bring someone. In fact, the guy who has helped quite a lot of my friends to start their clinic. And that was why I mentioned that your spouse can manage all your clinic. I've got doctors who came in 6 months ago and have like 2 or 3 clinics. And I talk about thriving clinic. So there's a way around it, and people are doing it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But prioritize getting your PR and structuring your assets.
That's complicated, but yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. At least you have one. Yeah. So doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Dr. AM. I can't. Someone wants to talk.
Hi,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say the echoing is because the other person's microphone is on, so we're getting feedback. So if you were speaking and you muted it.
Thank you. I was worried. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you
Thank you for the
session.
wonderful session. Slept
Thank
through
you.
part of it because I'm a night caller. So, but it's very nice. Thank you for everything you do.
Oh, thank you. Are you on the group on WhatsApp?
Yes. I'm a founding member. Now we start them.
Oh, now you started with us. Okay. Yes.
So
Thank you, sir.
the one question that he asked about I just wanted to correct him in case he is planning on doing that. If I take it you had CPSO before you got CPSA, is that correct?
Yeah.
So and then the issue about the certificate of good standing from MDCN is that if you get CPSA first and you want to get CPSO, it wouldn't work because currently the CPSO does not accept the standard certificate of good standing that MDCN sends. They would reject it and you need to pay again. So CPSO would want you to fill in a particular form, which takes much longer. So if you have CPSA and you ask them to send the same certificate of good standing they send to CPSA to CPSO would reject
We
it.
reject it. Yeah, mine was opposite.
So if it was opposite, probably that would work. But currently, CPSO requires a different, they need
form.
the MDCN to fill a form rather than send their standard certificate of good standing. So, in case
Are you
anyone is
going
planning
to Alberta?
I am currently planning to go to Ontario, but I made a switch. I was prepared to go to Alberta, but switched to Ontario. So I had CPSA first. So essentially, you have to go through the whole process again. Perhaps the only advantage is that in my situation, because I had everything, they just took away most of the things needed on the schedule of requirements. But I still had to get certificate of good standing from GMC, MDCN, even from CPSA. Actually, they requested I send one from CPSA. It's weird. Yeah.
That's good. Okay. I wish you good luck in everything you do. I think everyone here, maybe they are sleeping or they've gone. So I will have to end it now and we'll continue on the WhatsApp group. Let me see if nobody's here. Yeah, take care. Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Where do we even end this? Where do we end it? Where do we end? Yeah, end.